welcome to Mondays with Mondainé. And I'm your host, Edie Mondainé. But before we get started, do you know where your loved ones are? This is usually a good time to check in around the dinner time hour. It's always good to know what's happening to the lives of those that we say we care about. Okay. In today's episode, we'll be diving into the topic of social media and the mob mentality. How can we fight it? With the rise of social media, it's become easier than ever to share our thoughts and opinions with the whole world. However, this ease of communication has also led to dangerous trends known as the mob mentality. There are some reasons that we need to explore behind this phenomena and discuss what we can do to combat it because it's toxic. It starts with confusion. Social media conflicts are not uncommon, and miscommunication can easily occur when we rush to respond without fully processing our thoughts. Unlike face-to-face conversations, online discussions lack vital social clues that lead to misunderstandings that can quickly escalate. Yes, it's essential to remember that taking a moment to gather our thoughts before responding can save from unintentionally spreading misinformation or causing harm to other people, like your neighbors. We want to be liked. Nobody wants to be on the side of what is viewed the demon. When we post on social media, the desire for validation often drives our behavior. The quest for likes and acceptance can cloud our judgment and makes us susceptible to joining groups without critically evaluating their actions. Absolutely. This need for acceptance can contribute to groupthink. A groupthink mentality is where individuals suppress their dissenting opinions to fit in, leading to us versus them attitude. Facts don't change minds, people. It's challenging to change someone's opinion once it's formed. Even when presented with factual evidence, personal biases and experiences heavily influence how we process information. That's right. When faced with conflicting information, people tend to seek validation from like-minded individuals rather than accepting opposing viewpoints. Well, I can't do nothing about it. Oh, yes, you can. It's clear that combating the mob mentality starts with individual actions like yours. Here are some real practical steps we can take to make a difference. First, it's essential to pause and think and be responsible before responding to any social media interaction. Avoid reaching into the heat of the moment as it could lead to unintended consequences. Secondly, we should be open to new information and research before forming our opinions. This way, we can make informed decisions and avoid spreading misinformation, the gossip wheel. And let's not forget the importance of standing up against online bullying. Speaking out against bullies and supporting the victims can create a safer online environment for everybody, including yourself. There is great power in speaking up. Tonight, before we wrap up, I want to share a story about how speaking up against mob mentality can have a significant impact. It certainly can. A woman shared her experience of standing up against an abusive supervisor at her job. Although it was difficult and she faced consequences, her courage made a difference. She went on to explain that this was just a small team and her coworkers would complain about this supervisor all the time. But one day she decided to speak up for the group. Now, predictably, the manager became upset and confronted her coworkers. In the face of this wrath, they denied that they said anything. They valued their supervisor's approval over hers, of course, while her choice to go from bystander to advocate ended poorly, and she eventually had to resign. But from my view, she did the right thing. We have to speak up. Despite how divided our world seems right now, we have the power to make things better if we work together. Absolutely, we can make a difference. And that's the kind of change we can achieve when we work together as a people and speak up against harmful behaviors online. Hey, I want to thank you for joining us on today's episode of Mondays with Mondainé. I know a little bit about being spoken against and all that other kind of stuff. I'm glad to know that Maladies to Melodies, my memoirs by Edie Mondainé, will be coming out. And I want to invite you to buy it. We'll tell you more about that later. As we end our discussion today, and shed light on the mob mentality of social media and how we can play a role in fighting it, remember, taking the time to think, staying open to new information, and speaking up against bullying can create a more compassionate and understanding online community. That's right. Let's all strive to be more conscious of our actions, online and in person, and make the internet, Facebook and all, a better place for everybody. Listen, if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends and followers. We'd love to hear your thoughts and suggestions concerning future topics. Turn on your notifications so you never miss a thing from Mondays with Mondainé. I want to thank Post Shines for their support of this podcast, and also a big shout out to Aunties and Tanties Childcare for their support. Now, I want you to remember you can visit me right here on Sunday mornings at Celebration Tabernacle, right here in Portland, Oregon, 8131 North Denver. And a special thank you to our technical staff who make this podcast possible. It's always important to play your part and do your best for God and country. I want to thank you for watching, and God bless you. So until next time, stay mindful and stay kind. Good night.
Hey, it's time for you to come to Post Shine. Check out that catfish sandwich. Oh my goodness, is that the shrimp po' boy? Man, look at that chocolate chip cake. Man, I need to get over to Post Shines at 8139 North Denver right now because this food looks delicious. Or call if you'd like, 503-978-9000. And don't miss it, you'll be sorry.
In times gone past, we find ourselves making excuses so that people remind that, ooh, I've got to get home and tend to the brand new business. I need some time alone. Can't just wait until I'm finished texting on my phone.